everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to talk about empty house in your natal chart. Okay, what if you don't have any planets in a house? What does it mean, whether it is good or bad? Now if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. It motivates me to keep making more such videos for you. Okay, now let's begin with today's video. Now empty house. See, we have 12 houses and 9 planets, excluding Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. Even if we include them, your chart or nobody's chart is prepared organized. Okay, so it is impossible to have one planet in each house because your chart is a representation of your karma. Okay, so does this mean that an empty house is inevitable? Yes, no matter what, you will have an empty house in your chart. Okay, and will it give any results? See, you may have many empty houses, so it is impossible to not have to deal with those areas' karma. So yes, empty house does give results. But will it be good, bad? Does it represent problems, delays, denial, or something bad, something else? Let me walk you through an example. Imagine you have an ancestral property in some remote corner of this world, and since decades, no one has thought to sell it. Now you are thinking of selling it, or maybe renting it, or maybe replacing it with something else. But now the property has lost its charm. No one is interested to buy it. No one is interested to make something else on that land because maybe that place is now lonely as few people live there. So you can't even sell it or do anything about it. You just have to accept that there's this property and forget it. But you will not. You will not give up because now you're desperate to sell it, considering the demand is less, so you want to get away with it. So you will try as much as possible. Now, what will happen? You will slowly be tired and so forgetful of it that such thing even exist. Slowly, it will not receive any attention from your side unless some offers come by. You will be curious as well as anxious about its future. You will also have to put more efforts to get some money out of it. You may also have to let go of your expectations or lower your expectations of the outcome from it. You will also be sad because sare arman pani mein gaye. Yeah, your hopes are shattered, right? Similarly, an empty house is a house where you're struggling to get some good outcome from it, where you're not happy, where you're not satisfied, or have any active contribution or any activity there, unless Dasha triggers. Now, does that mean that you are not going to have any relationships if seventh house is empty? Well, no, unless you are an orphan, but then too you will have some relationships. If your sixth house is empty, does that mean you will have no enemies, no problems, no diseases? Does that happen in a normal world? We have enough relatives, right? So, what do I mean by this? See, an empty house is a house which demands a lot of your efforts and even help from others. See, suppose you have an empty sixth house, it means that you're not in a rat race, or you aren't competitive, or you're not able to crack any exams and prove your worth to the world, or you may not have to work in a disciplined manner. Maybe you're not doing a job, or maybe you're not able to maintain a routine. You will be struggling to defeat your enemies, or maybe you will be careless about enemies. अब इतने सारे हैं, अब क्या ही फर्क पड़ेगा? Right? So you are unhappy with the sixth house thing. You're struggling with that. You're unhappy with your health. Whatever you do, your health is just not getting better. You're not able to pay back your loans, debts. So basically, that part of your life is there existing, but in an unsatisfied condition. Like empty second house means you may be struggling with stability, family, finances, or you may have a family that provides you resources, money in bank account, but that is not helping you. Maybe the family is strict, savings are for a rainy day, you're not getting the support of your people, etc. Empty seventh house means there can be many relationships, romantic and other, but still you may feel you don't have anyone who can understand you, support you, someone who cares about you. There can be trust issues, commitment issues, or maybe there are no reliable relationships in your life. So, this part of your life is non existent, not literally but metaphorically. You are okay with it and you're not okay with it as well. And this mood swings happens as time changes, meaning as dasha changes. Your efforts might also fluctuate. Someday you may feel something should happen in this area of my life, so you go all in and make a lot of efforts there. Other days you are like, I'm done with it, I've made so much efforts and I've not got any achievement out of it, I've not got desirable results, and I'm over with it, I'm not going to put any more efforts. And you're not bothered about it, or you will not you will not you are careless about it. Okay. But despite the efforts, which is like a lot, the outcome may not be certain and depend on other factors. When a house is empty, it is basically colorless. So, what will be the outcome depends a lot on other factors: its sign, ruler, placement, aspects, etc. An empty house is also the house where you are decision maker or the controller of it, because here, if anything will happen, it will only happen with your self efforts or preparation. Okay. But excluding it all, in a nutshell, yes, it isn't a very happy or exciting area of your life. It, however, doesn't deny anything. It is also existing in your life, present in your life. It requires a lot of efforts for some movement in that area. An empty house is an area of your life where you haven't seen any activity for a long time, or if you have, you are not that happy or satisfied with it, or you're simply not having any success despite making so many efforts. There is this confusion, lack of that significance, struggles, etc. Okay, so yeah, I hope you found this helpful. That's all for today. Until we meet next time, take care.